Hey guys, Jacob here. It is currently the 30th of January 2025, and we currently have the Year 6 Season 3 patch notes. I'm going to cover these as quickly as possible. I'm not going to go into super detail because a lot of you guys know some of the stuff was already in the stream and you're aware of exactly what it is. The first thing right off the bat, we do have the new global modifiers, which is Rogue Momentum. Is all about skill, bending the rules, using dirty tactics, and engaging in high risk, high reward combat. This season, we encourage you to be more hostile and use every trick in your arsenal and unlock more powerful combat bonuses. Players accumulate the stacks of momentum by eliminating enemies. Different enemies and actions grant varying amounts of momentum. Standard enemies, elite enemies, and headshots. Higher momentum tiers unlock combat bonuses. Momentum progression through tiers but does not stack. Momentum decays over time both in and out of combat at different rates. Momentum decay can be slowed by performing actions, sprinting, and using pulse. Enemies can become blacklisted. Successfully eliminating blacklisted enemies grant a substantial momentum increase. Getting hit by a blacklisted enemy drains momentum. Then we have active modifiers. Overdrive instantly maxes out momentum to 100%, granting powerful combat bonuses for a limited time. After wearing off, momentum is gained at the rate of negative 50% for 30 seconds. Then you have Vendetta. Activating Vendetta marks several enemies, killing these enemies using primary, secondary, skill, or pulse. As indicated, grants stacked hit tank bonuses. Failure to eliminate them imposes armor and health reduction penalties. Then you have Tactical Supremacy, doubles the effect of all equipped minor modifiers for a limited time, but does not gain momentum during the effect. Then you have some passive modifiers. Players can choose from 12 minor modifiers divided into skill specific and general modifiers. Up to 3 can be equipped. So we have Explosive Amp. Secret Mine deals 100% more damage against blacklisted enemies. Critical Recovery. Performing a critical hit restores 0.15% of your maximum armor. Critical Momentum. Critical hits have a 50% chance to grant 1% momentum. Momentum Surge. Kills and skills double momentum gain. Explosive Expertise. Explosive skill kills reduce the cooldown of the skill by 50% if you score a multi-kill. Reaper Scan. Enemies can scan with a pulse have a 25% chance to receive a blacklist mark. Aggressive Drone. Increases the striker damage by 50% but reduces its duration by 40%. Fortified Shield. Strength equipped shield base health by 100%, allowing you to stay from the front lines longer, which is really sweet. Reactive Reinforcement heals 5% of your maximum armor when your shield takes damage. Cooldown is 10 seconds. Overclock Projector. The decoy emits a bright flash when destroyed or deactivated, blinding up to 2 enemies targeting. That's pretty cool. Receive a 5% bonus momentum for every affected hostile. Then Microwave Coils. Up to 4 enemies affected by pulse have a 50% chance to receive a burn status effect. That's super sweet. That's not something I'd ever expect to burn people with a pulse. Receive a 5% bonus momentum for every affected hostile. Rigged battery drones are destroyed or dismantled. Apply a shock to nearby enemies. Receive a 5% bonus momentum for every affected hostile. So that's cool. Both these are awesome. Then we have hostile encounters, or hostile countermeasure that is, which is enemies push back momentum with frenzy. Enemy Frenzy. Enemies gain a rate of fire, movement speed, armor, and health regen. Enemy Frenzy scaling the number of enemies of the amount of rage applied. Scales as players progress through the season chapters. So we've already been through a few of these things, but I'm going to cover them again just really quickly. Not go super into detail. The new exotic SMG, the Opecker, which you guys saw in the new stream, which is while having a shield applied, lose shield health at the rate of 10% per second. Your shield receives repairs of 25% of damage dealt by this weapon. Then you have the mods for the weapon. You have the muzzle, optic, underbarrel, which is 15% headshot, 50% optimal range, 15% critical chance, and the new exotic gloves, which are going to be the Exodus. And you have PvE, which was the smoke effect, which is concealing your enemy for 3 seconds on armor break. And as for PvP, this is what I was curious about, which is on armor break, drop a smoke bomb at your feet, receive 100% pulse resistance, and hide your nameplate for 2 seconds. Cooldown is 40 seconds. That's pretty cool for PvP players. Then we have Birdie's Quick Fix Exotic Backpack, Combat Medic, which is really sweet. I'm excited for this one, which is 50% revive speed, negative 50% weaken debuff time, provides 50% damage resistance in both agents while reviving or being revived, and for 5 seconds after successful revive. Successful revives provide +1 skill tier for 30 seconds, revived skill tier 6, grant overcharge for 15 seconds. Now, something I didn't cover in the update video, which I do apologize about, which I did not realize until after I made the video, I forgot to add these, which is going to be the new gear. We have Refactor and Shiny Monkey gear, a new brand set, which is 50% skill duration, 5% skill efficiency, and 2% repair skill, which is pretty sweet. We have the new named backpack, which is for perfect energize. Then we have the new named knee pads, which are grease, which is 16% status effect, which is pretty sweet. Then we have Refractor, which is going to be 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4. You have 15% stats effect, 25% skill damage, and the 4-piece equipped unlocks a new talent, which is a Return to Sender. Receive repairs of 10% of the damage dealt by your skills. Your allies receive repairs of 20% of the damage dealt by your skills, which that's pretty cool. And you have the chest and backpack, which is going to be increased interest, increase repairs received from Return to Sender from 10 to 25, and from 20% to 35%. Backpack bonus over-engineered. While full armor repairs received, a Return to Sender will provide bonus armor up to 40%. Your total armor does not apply to allies. This is pretty cool. So if you're just constantly in cover, I could see where this would help a lot of your allies if it did, but it doesn't. It only affects you, which kind of sucks because if this would affect allies, this would be awesome. Then we just have some new name weapons. We have Rusty, Goalie, and Pressure Point weapon talent, which you have the perfect pressure point for 2 guns. The FAL and the classic RPK amplifies weapon damage by 50% to enemies under a stats effect. That's pretty cool. And you have the standard, which is going to be the 10%. Then we have some reworks, which is going to be for reload speed. We're going to go through these really quickly. You guys can see all the exotic weapons right here that have been reload speeds been changed. ARs, it looks like the Lexington got a damage nerf. And SMGs, we got some better reload speed for all of those. Overall, it looks like reload speed on all these got a pretty good little buff. LMGs, rifles, sidearms, and that's going to be about it. And we do have some modifier quality of life changes. Modifiers removed from your priority objectives and are available as a reward in the season journey. Active modifiers now trigger without ADS. Clear visibility on active modifier duration and cooldown. Then you have progression objectives. Players receive a Season Pass XP bonus for having seasonal modifiers equipped. Season Pass XP is now available as a reward for completing select in-game activities, including main mission, countdown, conflict, descent, summit LWAs, and DZ landmark activities. Rewards are granted upon completing objectives, not individual eliminations. Warhound convoys, elite resource convoys, elite territory control objectives have been removed from the list of priority objectives. Priority objectives reroll bars now automatically fill 3 every 24 hours. PTS only, so you guys can get some of the PTS gear for like the gear, the caches, blueprints, materials for the PTS. And we have some known issues, which are going to be the shield health decay of symbiosis talent persists if the player equips a throwable while having a shield deployed. Shiny Monkey gear and refractor materials are not shared between characters if the shared materials option is purchased from Hanaya. Then placeholder images, which that's going to be for the current placeholder for some of those items that aren't done yet. But overall, that's going to be a quick little video on the PTS patch notes. I appreciate you guys all the support, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.